Hi sisters. Let's God Sort 'Em Out is the latest album from one of the best rap duos of the 2000s, Clipse. Consisting of members Pusha T and his older brother Malice, they've dropped a handful of some of the best hip-hop songs to come out of the 2000s, most of which are from their iconic 2006 album Hell Hath No Theory. Like their debut, the top-tier production on this record was handled by the Neptunes. Following the classic Hell Hath No Theory, Clipse dropped what seemed like their last album, Till The Casket Drops, in 2009. It wasn't bad, but it was still disappointing, as it obviously did not live up to the excellence of their previous two albums. Afterward, it seemed like the duo had fully broken up, with the members pursuing solo careers, with Pusha T being the more prominent of the two. Pusha at this point also became part of Kanye's Good Music label in 2010. Daytona, one of the standout albums from his time with Good Music, made me so hard and went so hard. It is still one of my favorite rap albums of 2018. There was also the famous feud between Pusha and Drake that same year, where Drake got clapped. After one more solo album from Pusha T, we now find ourselves in 2025, a year in which Clipse has unexpectedly come together again to drop what is arguably one of the best comeback rap albums of all flipping time. What's even more exciting is that Pharrell Williams is back on production, producing the entire project himself. For Clipse to be able to deliver the same immense quality as the albums they put out in the 2000s, especially since their last project before this album was weak, seemed out of the question. But then, when the first teaser tracks for this record dropped, they blew away all skepticism, blew away all minds, and blew me. The first single, Ace Trumpets, has a killer beat drop and super clever coke references from the duo, with my favorite line being that Luigi one. Let me break down how cool this Luigi line is. Luigi wears white gloves. Gloves are used to deliver drugs to get rid of fingerprints. Brick is just slang for coke, and in the game you punch bricks. Also, Luigi is the younger brother of Mario, like how Pusha is Malice's younger brother. Bars. The opening line is also really cool and might be even better. Yellow diamonds look like pee-pee. Let me break. Pusha T had already released a solid amount of quality solo material up until this point, so bars this fantastic were to be expected. But Malice, on the other hand, had been kind of under the radar since Clipse's last record, and the very few solo records he did release weren't anything outstanding, so I didn't really know how well Malice was going to do. But wow, he blew me. The set of lines that Malice brings towards the end might still be my favorite moment on the entire song, where he somehow makes pop culture references such as The Lion King sound cold-blooded. Both of their vocal deliveries sound vicious and menacing, just like their bars, just like the beats on this song and nearly the rest of the album. They rap like they're in a fight. They just have so much bite to what they say, like excuse me. The song was a cultural splash that not only brought together old hip-hop fans who grew up with their music, but younger rap fans too. It was really their next single, So Be It, that was even better than the first and also sparked more headlines due to the cold-blooded disses towards Travis Scott at the end of the track that Pusha T delivers. He calls him out for being disloyal as Travis continues to collaborate with artists who have beef with the people Travis looks up to, such as when Drake dissed Pharrell in Meltdown, or when Drake also dissed Kanye in Sicko Mode, despite Travis being a Kanye protege and obviously someone who wouldn't be where he is today if it weren't for Ye. Bars. It's also important to mention that when Travis originally played Meltdown for Pusha and Pharrell, he didn't show them Drake's verse. Pusha even leaked that Travis Travis cried in front of him when he and Kylie split. He's just getting fucking bullied. There's also Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar. While not technically a single, it was still teased before. It was very apparent that K.Dot's verse was such an important and central part of this track and the whole album, as the duo spent so much time making sure his verse made it onto the final album. UMG requested Clipse to remove Kendrick's verse because Drake is suing UMG, and having Drake's biggest rivals, Pusha and Kendrick, on the same track could cause even more trouble. Then UMG eventually dropped Pusha T and Clipse from the label after Clipse kept refusing to remove Kendrick's verse. Then Clipse tried to find a new label to sign to, and so on. So for the duo to get into this much commotion and spend so much time protecting this Kendrick verse, it's got to be a good verse, right? No, it is not good. It's great, it's fantastic, W-Speed. There's a crazy rhyme scheme with all the gen words. Gemini, genocide, generic, Jeffrey Epstein, gentlemen, and so on. I'm joking. Obviously, Kendrick did not say generic. I also like the homage he pays to one of rap's most influential figures, Rakim. He manages to sound even more aggressive than Clipse do, even though the duo both do drop some of the most intimidating lines on the entire album here. You know I know where you're delicate, crush you to pieces, I'll hum a breath of it, I will close your heaven for the hell of it. Ugh. I also love the beat. It makes me feel like I'm a rich king riding a camel traveling through the desert. And while I'm not crazy about Pharrell's vocal performances on the album, which I will get into later, the post-chorus he lays down here sounds great and is a really nice way to build up to Kendrick's verse. And then when the album finally dropped, it's got me bricked. I love Pharrell's drum patterns on all the beats. They're so crispy and crunchy. I want a fat bite out of them. Mike Tyson blow to the face is one of the most ominous deep cuts here. Even the title gives me the shivers. I also like how the beat takes time to drop at the beginning of both verses, making stage for the intimidating opening lines. At your door when we address him, we gon' bless him. Try to bring him, shoulda left him, learned my lesson. Poker faces keep him guessing, no expression. Oh, this choice of making the beat patiently wait is a funny contrast to the following E.B.I.T.D.A, where the beat immediately comes in and also has a faster BPM. F.I.C.O has Pusha bringing one of the most sinister verses on the record, where he paints vivid imagery of his experiences and memories of being a dealer. Heard your man was in there singing for his life, they was calling him Maestro. Cause time that's heavy can't crush when you pay a person back like it's layaway, whispering die slow. Ow. The chorus that Stove God cooks here is great. His husky voice makes so much sense on this beat. He also sounds kind of elderly and wise. And that Fetty Wap line is so tough. The two-part track has the Clipse brothers rapping back and forth in the first verse, while the second verse features Nas spitting over a different beat. How can that not sound tough? While Pharrell's production here is one of my favorite qualities of this album, his choruses are easily my least favorite. The one on All Things Considered is really the only good one, but even that took some time to get used to. I usually don't mind his singing in general, but at its worst, his cheesy choruses sounds like something out of a bad 2010s Disney movie soundtrack. They don't fit in at all alongside the coke rap bars and vicious beats. His choruses stick out like a sore thumb on nearly every track he brings one in. I'm mainly referring to the album closer, By the Grace of God, where the imagery of empires falling and kings only makes the chorus feel even more like something out of a Disney princess musical. The dramatic piano and gospel background vocals just make it sound even cornier. It just does not fit in with the tone of the rest of the track. It's a pretty disappointing thing considering how fantastic the rest of of the choruses on the record are: the chorus that John Legend lays down on the album opener, Birds Don't Sing, is a tear-jerking moment that does a great job of matching the devastating yet beautifully poetic verses that Pusha and Malice deliver, where they speak in depth about their personal experiences and the moments surrounding the death of their parents. The line, "He had every base covered, so imagine his pain when he found bass in the cupboard," is very powerful. It's one of my favorite lines on the entire album. It's a beautiful change of pace from the coke rap lyrics that the duo is famous for. Another good hook is the Pusha T one on P.O.V, which might be the biggest earworm of them all. P.O.V kilos in my Maybach. It's kinda hypnotic. Tyler also delivers one of his best features on this same track. His iconic deep voice fits so well with the gritty Clipse sound. That line about moving dirty whites like mosh pits will go down as one of his funniest one-liners. Pusha's deadpan delivery only makes the whole song feel even more scary. Shotgun with your ex feels like Malcolm's near. Sent a hit through a text, ain't no shouting here. Overall, Let's God Sort 'Em Out is the best comeback rap album since We Got It From Here. 9.2.